Did you know that there are 2 sites in the U.S. that have these directed energy weapons? One is Nevada and the other is Maui. Let's start with this directed energy Air Force Maui optical and supercomputing AMOS site located on the island of Maui. May I quote from the website? Listen to this. Directed energy harnesses the power of the electromagnetic spectrum to enable airmen to effectively and affordably strike critical targets at the speed of light. Question: why Maui? Answer: it's a new smart grid in Hawaii dubbed the, quote, Jump Smart Maui Project.
We busted our and this is what we get. Nobody called us. Our phones didn't work from 5 in the morning. The fire was not 10 o'clock when I went to work. The fire was still there. There was no water. Tell me if that's a coincidence. No water, no warning. And everybody talking about the satellite city before the fire. Lahaina gonna be the first satellite city. Well, hey, Jeff Bezos, you got what you wanted. Oprah, you got what you wanted. And the guy who owns the nut, you got what you wanted. That's all over. That's what happened. We need help in Lahaina. Who's gonna come now and ask us, can I pray for you, Elsie? Can I help you with the paperwork? Because all we got so far was $700 and we don't know who to call or anything. It's culturally insensitive in that zone.
Years ago, the average price of American home was $215,000. Today, 2 years later, it's $400,000. The interest rate during that same period went from 1% to 7%. But that home is costing 10 times what would have cost us 2 years ago. Most of people who were about to buy a home, they were ready to do it. At the last moment, somebody comes in with a cash offer and sweeps it out the money. We all go for it. Why is that happening? BlackRock. Three companies, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. Those 3 companies which all own each other, but this one huge business also own 88% of the S&P. And now there's a new part, which is retaining ownership of all the single-family residences in the country. And they are on suggestions to do that.
I wanted to say that I was deeply moved by the president as he shared with us by phone about his experiences of loss. The president, within 6 hours, met our needs with the federal movement. 6 hours. I don't think that's ever happened before. So it's our deepest appreciation to you and Dr. Biden.
Experiencing now an issue with the water supply. We're being told that the water is not safe to drink, also not safe after boiling. It's quite frightening, and we don't know how long that these restrictions are going to be lasting on the public. We're also hearing that the potable water being brought in by government officials is making people ill for whatever reason. They're experiencing fevers, chills, and other kinds of ailments from drinking this potable water that's been left. So I really urge you guys to please be careful on ingesting this water and where you're getting it from.
Apparently over 1,000 body bags in massive containers and refrigerated trucks on the other side of the island right now. The government's kind of blamed them. They didn't sound a siren. There was no helicopters that came. People had gone and picked their kids up from school and brought them home and left them home. No warning. No military came. The whole community is mourning the deaths of over 1,500 people. They killed innocent men, women, and children by not helping, by not sounding alarms. People were asleep in their homes with their babies and their children.
As Maui burned, Hawaii's top emergency management officials were at a Waikiki conference. Wow, what are the odds? And guess who was attending this conference? That's right, FEMA's top officials.
Those in attendance were quite literally the who's who of disaster response, both locally and from across the Pacific region. They were gathered in Waikiki for an annual FEMA disaster meeting. A half-hour plane ride away from a wildfire that would become the deadliest in the United States in more than a century. Thousands were unaware they were in the crosshairs of a deadly inferno. That evening, the hunt sound was leveled.
So many people that I know that we never knew anything about the fire.
That same day, several of the country's top emergency management officials were in Hawaii hosting an annual conference. The The agenda listed 74 attendees at this year's Pacific Partnership meeting, including FEMA leadership and several members of the Center for Homeland Defense and Security. H&N Investigates confirmed the head of Maui County's Emergency Management Agency, Herman Daya, was also on hand, along with as many as 6 leaders from the state's Emergency Management Office.
There were consultations about the fires among local, state, and FEMA participants.
We asked both Maui County and the state who was left in charge while those local emergency officials attended the meeting, and at what time they were made aware of the catastrophe unfolding in Lahaina. Despite multiple requests, those questions remain unanswered. Meanwhile, many who experienced the horror of that day firsthand, state government failed them by not sounding the emergency sirens.
It's inexcusable. Really, it's inexcusable. A lot of people probably could have gotten out.
When you think this is going to be like it's going to break science. If you're a scientist, you understand anything about temperatures and melting points, what we're about to show you is going to change, in my opinion, the whole direction of this entire investigation from what I'm being led to believe in. It just makes logical sense, right?
Yeah, it's almost like there's an incinerator nearby and they just stopped the car on.
Right, so we're going to turn the camera on what we're walking up on right now. I want you to notice there's a vehicle that's been here since the beginning. It wasn't dropped out there, obviously. Look at the picture. You can see here there's a pit in the middle. This is the highest the burn got. This car is basically completely surrounded by gravel. Get this particular rim.
Look at the windshield. What's that?
Is it aluminum?
Yeah, that's cast aluminum wheels.
Cast aluminum wheels, you can see them. It melted.
The windshield on the inside.
Look at the windshield. That is a windshield right there that is completely melted. We have some jumper cables at the back of the vehicle. So we have some cast aluminum here. It's pulverized. How is that possible for a grass fire that did not come from this direction? Because you can see there's nothing that's been burned over here. What could cause that type of destruction when you have a grass fire on this side that obviously didn't connect? But even if it was a grass fire,
it's still only half burned.
Yeah, you can see there's some grass over here that's still standing. It's not even burned. So even about down below, directly below this, you can see some wood fence posts that were burned. So you can see all that grass is still good. So how do you get this car this hot?
Everything was burned beyond recognition except any object that was the color blue.
Operation Blue Roof and the FEMA Self-Help Program, while similar in these two different materials, provide temporary protection for the roofs of residential structures damaged during severe weather. The sheeting for Operation Blue Roof are installed by a contractor, overseen by the Corps of Engineers according to certain specifications. To sign up for the program, you can call 888-ROOF-BLUE. You can go to blueroof.us.
Children were left at home all alone without their parents. The Maui police chief, while he was brought over from Las Vegas, FEMA denied survivors of basic necessities like food and water, while their officials are staying in $1,300 a night luxury rooms at 5-star resorts like the Four Seasons. The fire also just went around all of the millionaires' homes and spared the mansions, but turned everything else to ashes. Just a month before the Maui fire, Hawaii Governor Josh Green, he was a keynote speaker at the United Nations and headed up a panel focusing on sustainable development. He also implemented that emergency order that suspended local zoning, environmental review, and more, and set up a special working group to give expedited rapid approval to individual housing projects. The victims of the Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii fires, they're speaking out. They're calling out this massive land grab.
I am a teacher, a third-grade teacher from the burned-down King Kamehameha III Elementary in Lahaina. I am testifying on my concerns of the governor's emergency proclamation that happened 3 weeks prior to the fire, and how it suspended 7 state statutes, of which exonerated everything that you guys are in charge of. Covers county organization administration. Chapter 46, collective bargaining was rescinded. School impact fees, collective bargaining was rescinded. And to my knowledge, this was the first emergency proclamation in the country that didn't have a preceding incident. Normally it's a hurricane, boom, we got an emergency proclamation. But this was just, from my knowledge, was just to streamline development on Maui, and it is allocated all decision-making power to one person, the housing officer of the governor, Nani Medeiros, who's unelected, who can trump every single thing that you do and everything that you say and every item that we cover. without any input from the community, without any public discourse, without Sunshine Law.
Oh, and Josh Green is also instructing, hey, everyone stop using social media immediately so that we're all left in the dark while he moves forward with his master plot and plan. There's also the tall fences and the black rollout tarps, hiding everything from the media and the public. More than half a month has gone by, and all of the children, all of them, they're still missing with no answers or explanations, no identified minors out of 1,054 people still missing. I'm sure I missed something, certainly, but you tell me, does that all seem like just a coincidence and a conspiracy? All right, here's where it gets frustrating.
Your emergency management, why are we managing the emergency? Isn't that what you guys are getting paid for? When that's your job. I see you up there nodding off up there. You're falling asleep on the job and you have abandoned us in this community. We're part of Maui. No, I'm not done talking yet. That you abandoned this community. Don't worry, we're covered. We have plenty of water and food right now because our community stepped up. But you failed us and we won't forget that.